And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martridge.
And good Wednesday morning to you. It is October 3rd, 2018. Before we start today's video, I want to backtrack to yesterday because we had quite the severe event. A little bit unexpected, and I'll explain what happened here. We had area low pressure off to the north. It had a warm front that is situated off north with it, and a cold front that's sitting back here like this. So we are in that warm sector here. But once you get into that warm sector, right in here is where you have some tremendous rotation in the atmosphere just because of the close proximity of that low pressure and that forcing that's involved in that process. So we had some tornadoes that were reported across far northern Pennsylvania. We had a tornado watch across much of the area, although we did think it was a little bit too far to the south, and that ended up being the case. But regardless, we had some strong storms move through last evening after that line congealed and moved off to the south and east. So we did have a light show in many places that survived for a long time, straight through most of Pennsylvania and also most of New Jersey as that moved off to the south and east. So the models completely blew that idea. So just had it kind of going off to the north and east here and missing out of these areas and further south in Pennsylvania, and that was not the case. But we did escape most of the tornado activity except for the far northern areas across parts of north central and northeastern Pennsylvania, where a few tornadoes were reported up in that area. The National Weather Service will be investigating some of those locations that we have actually shown in several pictures, still pictures, and moving video of reports up in, especially up in Tioga County. We posted that on the Facebook page last night. But we did have several reports of those, so the National Weather Service will be investigating that today. But that system is now off to our east, and this is a look at Wednesday here. Partly to mostly sunny skies today after some patchy early morning fog in the typical places, and the valley locations especially. That will burn off, and it will turn partly to mostly sunny today as high pressure builds in. I'll start off partly cloudy here on Thursday. Then we're going to have another cold front that's going to approach from the west. This one's moving a little bit more uniformly, a little bit slower. We don't have a low pressure sitting right up here that's going to be driving some tornadic activity, so we're not dealing with that on Thursday. This probably comes in too late in the day to get most people in the action. Just some isolated thunderstorms later in the day. Far interior will be favored for that. Same areas as today. And then further south and east, it kind of falls apart as we get through the evening. We'll continue to watch that also, but if there is a threat with that, it would be from straight line winds and not tornadoes. So just keep that in mind. There's no rotation in these with that cold front. That's it. That cold front is going to move off to our south and dissipate, and then Friday is going to turn out partly cloudy, maybe partly to mostly sunny. And it will be a lot cooler behind that frontal boundary. Frontal boundary will be off to the south. High pressure is going to be driving our weather. Those keeps us partly to mostly sunny. And again, the temperatures will be cooler. We're going to be dropping back probably a good 10 degrees from what we saw on Thursday. Thursday is going to be in the 80 to 84 degree range across our region, so very warm, and then back in the lower 70s here by the time we get to Friday. Once we get to Saturday, that high pressure that's off to our north is now going to be in the Gulf of Maine, and we talked about this in yesterday's video. When you have a high pressure that's sitting right here in the Gulf of Maine, that creates an onshore flow. Onshore flow means you have a marine layer and you have cloud cover that's going to be dominating the forecast here on Saturday. I wouldn't be surprised if many areas stay completely overcast, but we're going to call mostly cloudy skies for the further in the interior away from the coast. So the areas out in here should just be mostly cloudy, but further east of that and southeast of that, you should remain pretty much cloudy all day or overcast. So not expecting any precipitation Saturday, however. And then once we get into Sunday, some of those clouds are going to give way to sun, maybe some morning clouds giving way to sun. High pressure is moving, it was in the Gulf of Maine, now moving down south and situated off to our east. So that gets to flow in a different direction, and more of a southeasterly wind component or southerly wind component, and that's going to get temperatures up a little bit, and it's also going to clear out the clouds a little bit. So better day on Sunday as far as cloud cover is concerned, but not expecting any precipitation this weekend in its entirety. And then once we get to Monday, could have a stray shower here on Monday. You can see that here with a little short wave off to our north. Would be just a 20% chance. Not most areas stay dry here on Monday, but it will be mostly cloudy with that short wave in the vicinity. And then back to partly cloudy skies expected here for Tuesday. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martridge. That is your outlook for October 3rd, 2018. Have a great Wednesday.